Hey everybody, Billy back here, and I told you guys last time that I was going to start talking about things I love. So here we are. I watched episode or chapter 79 of Riverdale titled Graduation. So I just wrote down some major details here. FP is leaving with Jelly Bean to Toledo, Ohio. He thinks it's going to be best for her and him. This might be their way of writing his character out because the actor said that he was ready to move on to other projects, so we will see what happens. But after everything that happened with Jelly Bean in the last episode, I could see why that might be a good decision. Jughead's also graduating high school. Uh, they go to they ask Archie to reopen the gym. They want to reinstate Tom Keller as sheriff, and basically Archie finds a bunch of kids sleeping in the gym and everything. Next, Archie has a dream about his dad saying, "I can't believe we're here. You're graduating." Then Archie wakes up kind of in a panic because I think he feels like he let his dad down by not possibly graduating. He doesn't know at this point. They look at a time capsule from 75 years ago. You see pictures of four seniors getting ready to go to war. So Archie takes a look at that. You find out Jughead's going. He's talking about going to a writers program, first in the family to do it, to go to college. Next, you have Veronica and Archie. They share a night together despite everything that happened. Veronica says she wants to share one more night with Archie as she returns various items that he had left at the launch house. FP tells his son he's the first in the family to go to college, and they kind of share a moment because Jughead wants to go there first, and FP's like, no, focus on school. And then at graduation, Archie is looking around at everyone graduating. You can tell he feels a little bit like sad and maybe disappointed that he's not getting to graduate with them because him and Jughead finds out he's graduating high school. Archie finds out he's not graduating high school and summer school's not an option or anything, but he does lie and says that he's going to be going to summer school. He tells Jughead this early in the episode. Um, so yeah, we have that going on. Cheryl's mom is turning herself in for some of her crimes to the authorities because Cheryl's graduating and everything. FP says goodbye to Mrs. Cooper, saying she says, "I hope this isn't the end of us," and he says, "I hope not either." Veronica said that Pop made her feel welcome, that Pop's chocolate shop made her feel welcome to Riverdale when she was new, so she wants to give ownership back to Pop Tape. Really good heartfelt moment there, really cool to see. Um, Archie has decided to join the military after seeing the picture of the four men and gives him the idea, so he enlists. Tony and Cheryl have a heartfelt moment where Cheryl tells Tony that she loves her, but she doesn't want her to have to pick between herself and her family. So for now, they're going to go their separate ways. So this is very tough, as personally, my favorite couple in the show is Cheryl and Tony Topaz. And I think that they have been really good together. Jughead says Archie and Veronica have had tension lately and is not sure why. Betty finally tells Jughead that she kissed Archie. At first, those two go on and they kiss and they spend the night together and everything, and nothing much else is said for a while. Um, Jughead, Betty goes to Veronica's, Jughead goes to Archie's to take Archie to the bus to go to the military at some point here in the episode, a little bit later in. Jughead forgives Archie and says, "Look, we're okay. We always will be. Stay safe." And they had promised to meet in 1 year at Pop's to reunite. Veronica feels guilty for not saying goodbye to Archie and feels sad also for not agreeing and going along with Archie's plan. So she's hanging out with Betty and says, "I didn't get to say goodbye." And Betty says, "There's still time. We still can. I know how we'll get there." They take the car and they go to say goodbye to Archie. And they promise to meet in 1 year. You have Cheryl tells Anna Rose she will rebuild the Blossom name, and that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And then after Archie's gone, Jughead says that he was kind of the glue that held the group together, so things are a little bit awkward between the three remaining. Veronica's the first to go. She decided to spend the summer with her mom before heading to college. And there's distance growing between Jughead and Betty. Jughead says that you always love her, and he ends up staying at Archie's house while it's being sold, powers cut, that sort of thing. And so 1 year later, we jump forward. Jughead's sitting in there drinking coffee. Pop Tate asks if he wants a refill. He says no, and he goes, "I'm sorry your friends didn't make it." He's getting up to leave, and here's the door. It's some Riverdale students, but it's not his friends. And Jughead says, well, we will not see each other later for another 6 years. Another crisis and another mystery would reunite us. But that's another story for another day. So, breaking this episode down, I gave you the details. This has got to be my favorite episode, one of my favorite episodes in Riverdale history, just because so much is going on. They're building their future, but yet this town is going to stick with them. They're going to have to come back, and something is going to pull them back to Riverdale. It's always centered around this town. So the Black Hood, the Gargoyle King, all the mysteries, all the death, all the chaos is not over. And it felt like an end of, they're going into more of adulthood, which they've already had to grow up quick because of everything that happened in Riverdale. But now it feels like the show is changing again. But I think it's going to be more interesting. So I look forward to seeing what happens in future episodes of Riverdale. So far, Jughead and Cheryl remain my two favorite characters just because Jughead's the brains and the mystery along with Betty, and then Cheryl just because you never know what she's going to do. And based on the trailer, it looks like Tony is going to be taking on a bigger role, which I'm excited to see that. So we will see what happens with the future of Riverdale. That's all I have for today, guys. Tune in for more analysis on Riverdale.